Namaste guys, good morning. Thanks to everybody for joining me to our regular Stretcheeee Saturday team. I hope you guys have managed to connect. Something we've talked about for a while, and here it is. Good, enjoy it. Remember, Stretcheeee Saturday is all about letting go, relaxing, preparing yourself for the weekend. Hopefully you've allocated 1 hour of time for this class. So take the time to connect with your body. Don't worry about the time. I'll keep an eye on the clock for us. Just take this time to connect with your body. It'll be good for all of you. Enjoy the stretch. Do what you can. Don't worry about what you look like. All is good. Okay, I have an error on my screen, so I just need to get up to sort that out. Good, we're good to go again. Okay, our breathing practice today will be circular breath with the visualization. So I will talk you through that. Circular breath is simply taking a very slow inhale without pausing at the top, transition from your inhale into an exhale all the way down to the bottom again, and then a very slow transition at the bottom back into the inhale. So the breath moves at a constant speed. I will give you a visualization to go with that breath, and just look to relax into it, take control of the breath, allow it, flow with it. Right, connecting body, mind, and soul through the senses of the body. Close your eyes, take a deep, tall breath, breathe high to the crown of the head. As you exhale, let the chin soften towards the chest. Consciously relax the shoulders, feel the weight of your arms. Allow the body to breathe, don't manipulate the breath at all. Come to hearing and listening, and listen intently, hear all the sounds around you. Maybe some are close, maybe some are far. Just take the time to connect very closely with the ability to hear, to listen. Bring that listening back to the body. Hear the sound of your breath again. Without manipulating the breath, just connect to your breathing. Feel the movement in the body as you inhale and as you exhale. Notice the expansion of the chest. Be aware of that expanding forwards and backwards and to the sides as well. Take your attention down to your sits bones. Feel the grounding of your body to your mat, to the earth. Notice the area in contact with the ground. Remember that as much as you are connected to the earth, so too is the earth connected to you. Bring your awareness up through the front of the body, connecting with any exposed areas of your body, and just feeling the freshness, the touch of the morning air against your skin. Bringing the attention to the nostrils, feeling the movement of the air as you breathe. Noticing if maybe one nostril is breathing a little freer than the other. And then moving with the next in-breath, breathe yourself tall again, lifting height into the body. Exhale, 3 arms, deep inhale. Easy breathing. With your hands in your lap, palms turned up. Imagine in your hands it's a golf ball size green glowing light. Exhale completely, gently drawing the belly button in at the bottom of the exhale. And as you start the inhale, allow that green ball of light to slowly travel up your right arm. And it's moving with the in-breath as you inhale up to the top. That green light comes into your chest, and as you start the exhale, it moves into your left arm, and you slowly exhale it all the way down, passing through your hands as you transition back into an inhale. So allow the light to move with the breath, inhaling it up to the top, passing through the chest, and exhaling it down through the left. Follow the visualization in your mind's eye and allow the breath to move with the light. Take another 2 complete rounds. At the end of the second round, allow that green light to settle back into your hands. Allow the body to breathe as it wishes at this time. We're going to repeat the circular breath, but moving the green light in the opposite direction. Exhale all the way down to the bottom. And as you start the inhale, let that green light move up the left arm. Inhaling it, lifting the body, letting it pass through the chest. As you transition into the exhale, light goes to the right arm. And exhale all the way down to the bottom. The light passes through your hands as you transition to the inhale and lift the light up the left arm. Continue at your own pace, feeling the rise and fall in the body, visualizing the light moving with the breath, with the body. Take another 2 rounds. And at the end of the second round, bringing light back into the palms of your hands, breathing normally, holding the awareness on the green light, and now allowing that light to grow until it encompasses you completely, so you're sitting in a cocoon of green light. Allow that green light now to grow and expand to encompass your family and your home. Seeing the light expand some more to encompass your city, your country, your continent, and then reaching out around the whole world. A glow of green light. And then bringing your awareness back to your heart, the heart chakra, love represented by the color green. From the heart, connect with the movement of the breath again. Breathe yourself tall, breathe high to the crown of the chest, crown of the head, open up the chest. And coming to a breath retention, aiming to hold the breath to my count of 30. Exhale. Easy inhale. Hold and relax. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 30. Release. Breathe easy. On an inhale, lift tall again. As you exhale, let the chin drop into your chest. Open up your eyes. Take a quick change on the cross of your legs. Bring the back leg to the front leg to the back. Bring your hands to the top of the knees. Chin tucked into the chest. Reaching the crown of the head forward. Roll the shoulders back and squeeze the shoulder blades towards each other. Connecting with that wrinkle in the skin in your back and trying to make it as small as possible. Let the head drop in a little deeper. Feel that length on the back of the neck. And then reaching the crown of the head forward. Slowly lift. Look up to the roof. Push the chin high. Make small side-to-side movements with your chin and notice that stretch on the skin of your throat. Good, relaxing. Bring the chin forward. Turn the chin over the right shoulder. Draw your gaze right into the corner of the eye socket. So try and look at the ground behind you. And let your gaze lead the way. Look to the left, turn the chin to the left shoulder, and then look to see the ground behind. Release, come back onto straight. Letting the right ear drop to the right shoulder as you look straight forward. And then release. Left hand out to the side. Lower the fingertips to the floor and then relax into the arm, relax into the shoulder. You want to feel the weight to the shoulder, drawing the stretch into the side of the neck. Good. Lifting slowly, bring your hand back to your knee, drop the left ear to the left shoulder, reach the right hand out, lower the fingertips to the floor and then relax into your arm, relax into the shoulder. an easy lift. Come on, back on up to center, hands back to the knees. Allow the chin to drop forward, and then just look to rotate the neck in any direction you wish to. Just give the head freedom to move. And notice the amazing ability of the body to allow that movement. And then bring the chin back to your chest. Slow lift, bring the head up to upright. Take your arms out to the side, lifting the arms to shoulder height. Checking in with your fingers, turning the thumbs to the sky, and looking for as much separation in the fingers as you can. So the little finger is trying to point to the floor, the thumb is trying to point to the sky. Good. Then start to flick the fingers and slowly start to lift the hands as the fingers move. Reaching right up to the top, palms facing forward as those fingers flick, and reach the fingers to the sky, bring the palms to touch. Push the hands skyward, try and squeeze the biceps onto your ears, and lift right from the hips up through the side body, through the armpits, to the very fingertips. Reach as high as you can. Good. Soften. Release the hands. Make a light fist and then start to roll your thumbs inwards. And as you rotate into the wrists, start to lower the arms forward. And when you get to shoulder height, bring the thumbs to still and then rotating the other way. So rotating the thumbs inward, start to move the arms open. The movement working with the rotation of the wrists. And when you get to shoulder height, stop and release. Push through the heels of the hands, lifting the fingers towards the sky, pushing the palms open. Good. Then drop the palms, pull the palms in towards the side body, pushing the wrists away. Release the hands around to the front, drawing the palms towards you, round into the shoulders. Push the hands as far away from you as you can. Feel that squeeze across the collarbones. Then lifting the hands, push the palms away. Again, push away, round into the shoulders, squeeze across the collarbones. Feel that length on the back of the shoulders. Good, and soften. Just shake out into the arms. Bringing the hands to the top of the knees. We're gently going to work the left shoulder down towards the right knee. So look for a rotation. Try and bring the left shoulder to the right knee and use that left arm to gently help the left knee back to the mat. Working deep into the twist. And as you inhale, lift up to center, working to the other side. The right shoulder reaching down towards the left knee. The right arm pushing to the right knee, assisting that movement. Good, nice work. Lifting up to center, hands to the top of the knees, pushing the belly button back, the heart back, look to squeeze. The shoulders down towards your hips, tuck the chin into the chest, let the head drop forward as well. Rounding into your back as much as you can. And then lifting from the belly button, drawing the belly button forward, drawing the heart forward, lifting the chin, taking the gaze to the roof as you try and arch into your back. Shoulders draw back, you squeezing the shoulder blades towards each other. And then release again. Belly button back, heart back, shoulders squeeze to hips. One more time. Inhale as you lift. Open up tall. Exhale, close around. And soften, come up to the top. Okay, take your hands back behind you. Lean back onto your hands. Bring your feet up onto the heels to the outer edge of the mat, and then look to just rotate into the feet, moving independently, moving together if you wish, moving alternately. Just play with the feet, play with that movement. Okay, come to stop with your toes drawn up towards you. Look to your feet and look to find the control and try and separate the little toe away from the big toe, so you're creating space between each of your toes. Then see if you can keep four toes together and only take movement to the big toe. Good, nice work. Okay, straightening the legs out in front of you, feet are hip width apart. Look to roll the big toes inwards, try and get them to touch if you can, or towards touching, and then roll open, drawing the little toe down to the mat. Good, roll it back on in, and back out. One more, and release. Okay, keeping the right leg straight on the mat, bringing the left foot in. I can bind that knee as close into the body as you can. Bring your hands to the top of the knee and lift the body tall. You're looking to make a right angle in your hips, using the arms as a bit of assistance against the knee to lift the height into your back, making a strong connection with the right foot. Look to the foot, draw the toes back towards you, and look to turn the foot a little so the little toe comes back a little closer to you and the ball of the foot is lined up with the front edge of your mat. Lift tall. Good. Soften your bind, allow your knee to fall open, come inside of your knee and slowly work yourself towards your foot, binding either to your calf or your ankle, or if you can reach to the toes, take a little bind to the toes, looking to bring the body past the left knee, gently working towards the stretch. And releasing, lift up to center. Take the left leg out to straight, bring the right foot in close, and bind to the top of the knee. Lift height into the body, the crown of the head directly above your tailbone. Left foot strongly connected to the body, little toe drawn towards you. Feel that length in the back of the leg. Good. Hold that engagement as you bring your body inside of your leg and reach towards your foot. If you're binding to the calf, that's fine. If you're binding to the ankle, that's fine. If you're binding to your toes, that's fine. All you're doing is looking for length from the back of the leg into the lower back. Lifting from the pose, bringing that front foot back towards you, turning the soles of the feet together, looking for a bind around your little toe, lifting the chest up through your arms, so you're taking height to the spine again, and then activating the outer thighs and drawing your knees down towards the mat. Keep the chest lifted. Keeping the height in your back, you can soften the elbows, start to fold forward. Bring your elbows onto the inside of the calf muscles and let the weight of the upper body push through the upper arm and assist that movement of the knees down towards the mat. If you have space available, you can take the elbows forward of the shins, try and lean a little further forward. Taking the elbows towards the floor now or onto the floor. And if you're close enough, you're welcome to drop your forehead onto the big toes. Nice work, lifting slowly, come on up. Release your hands, lift the knees up together, take your feet slightly forward from you. We're working into a twist. So if you lift the right arm in front, twisting to the left, bring your right elbow to the outside of your knee. Reach back with the left arm for support. Take a deep in-breath. And as you exhale, turn to look behind you, allowing the shoulders to move, using both arms to help that movement. And if you have the space and you want to look for a bind, you can reach your front hand forward and bind to the inside of your foot, and then release into the twist again. And stay connected to the breath. You'll feel how the breath affects the movement of the pose. The inhale will give you a release from the pose, and the exhale will allow you to move deeper into the twist. And if you bound, release the bind, release the twist, come back to the front. And taking the left elbow to the outside of the right knee, the right hand behind, inhale yourself tall, exhale, turn the head, look at the ground behind you, use the arms to help the movement of the twist. And if you feel you have the space to look for that bind, reach that front hand down to the inside of your foot, and again release into the twist. And releasing from the bind, releasing from the twist, come back to face the front. Take both feet around to the left behind you and come over onto hands and knees. Adjusting so the knees are below the hips, the hands are below the shoulders. And then reaching the left arm forward, extend the right leg away behind. Keep your gaze down to your fingertips for the moment and try and make a straight line across your back. Hand to elbow to shoulder, through the spine, to hip to knee to ankle. Push the hand away from the foot, so try and look for diagonal length through your back. Good. Working with the balance, reach your hand behind you, bend your knee, look to bind to your foot if you can, and then lift, press away from the floor, lift that foot behind, and gently turn your gaze up to the roof, opening the top shoulder. Good. Release hand to the front, foot to the back. Hold in the balance again, working a little bit more with core strength here. Open the left hand out to the left hand side, the right leg out to the right hand side. Hold the balance. Good. Come back to center. Soften your knee, let the knee come through underneath the body. Soften your elbow. Pull the elbow back to your hip, your knee up to your shoulder, and at the same time lift your heel to touch your bum. And release, knee and hand back to the mat. Push back, come into extended child's pose, resting the whole body onto the thighs, dropping the head to the floor. Taking a moment to allow the body to breathe, notice that movement. Draw yourself forward again, up onto hands and knees. This time reaching the right arm forward, the left leg back. Gazes down to your fingertips. Finding the balance, reach your hand behind, bend the knee, bind to your foot. Lift your foot, lift the chest, turn the gaze up to the roof. Release leg out to straight, arm out to the front. Then open your arm to the side, your leg to the other side. Find the balance. Notice that little extra bit of work the body does. Good. Reach to the front again. Reach the leg to the back. Soften the knee, soften the elbow, let them drop underneath you. Squeeze the elbow back to the hips. Lift the knee to the shoulder. Hold. Check in with that heel. Try and lift the heel to the bum. And slow release down to the mat. Okay, opening your knees to the side of the mat. Push your way back. And come down to sit into a wide knee child's pose, allowing the body to come through between the thighs, the crown of the head dropping to the floor. Pull yourself forward, up onto hands and knees again. And then stepping your left foot forward, bring your left foot in between the hands. Lifting the left hand, reach out to the side. And continue that movement. Keep lifting. Let your gaze travel with your hand. Don't expect to stop anywhere. Allow that movement open right up. Good. When the hand has come to a stop, check in with that front foot. Hug your knee in towards you. Bring the sole of the foot onto the mat. Good. Push the floor away with the right hand. Lift the chest towards the sky. Breathe into the pose. And as we release, slowly bring that top hand around and bring it to the inside of your foot. Have a little check that your knee is against the shoulder. We're going to use that knee as a block to work against. Then open up the right arm. Again, don't expect to stop anywhere. Just allow that lift, allow the movement. And eventually, when the hand stops, accept that's where you are. Reach the hand high. Push into the floor, hug that knee into the shoulder. Try and work into the twist a little deeper. Good, nice work. Lowering your hand down, bringing your hands up onto your knee. Lift the body, come up to upright. You're working into a twist. We're going to take the right hand to the outside of your knee. Your left arm open at shoulder height, release back, let the gaze follow. Working around into that twist. And releasing the gaze to the front, release the twist. We're going back to half camel. If you need to, if it was more comfortable for you, come up onto the back toes and then reach your hand back, fingertips onto the heel. If you have the space, you can come to a flat foot. Front arm, reach it up high. Try and stack the arms and the shoulders. And check in with your legs. Gently draw the hips forward and take your gaze up to the roof. Good, nice work. Lifting slowly back up to the top. Bring the hands all the way down to the mat and step the front foot back. And bring the right foot forward in between the hands. Check that you have squareness in your legs, so ankles, knees at right angles. And then we're taking the movement to the right arm. Again, move slowly. Don't expect to stop anywhere. You might be amazed at what the body can do if you don't pull the handbrake up. Allow that movement. Get awareness back to your front leg. Hug the knee in so you can feel the whole sole of your foot on the floor. Press into the floor with the left hand. Lift the chest. Open the heart. Okay, turning the gaze down to the floor. Allowing that top hand to come down, bringing it to the inside of your foot. Just check the touch of your knee against your shoulder. Open up the left arm. And allow the movement. Reach to the sky. Try and reach that point where you have the arms and the shoulders in one straight line. Good. Turn the gaze down to the floor. Let the top hand come down. Bring the hands up to the knee. Lift up to the top. Okay, taking the left hand to the outside of the right knee. Right hand open at shoulder height. Allow yourself to go around into the twist. Releasing from the twist. Work into the other side to half come. Come up onto your toes if you need. Or stay flat on the ground. Reach back, hand to heel, or hand onto the sole of the foot. Other hand reaches high. And then connecting with the legs. Gently ease the hips forward. You'll feel that deepens the back bend. Lift your chin, lift the hands, coming up to the top. Bring the hands to the mat, bring the knees back together. Coming to full child's pose. As we sit back, take your hands back to the side of the feet. Take a bind onto your little toe, squeezing the little toe between the thumb and your first finger, and then settling the body to the thighs, dropping the forehead and the tip of the nose to the mat. Relaxing to the arms, relaxing to the shoulders. And gently squeeze and massage your toes. You bring your hands forward under the shoulders. And slowly come up again, so you're onto hands and knees. And then drop down onto your elbows. Bring the hands together. Interlock the fingers. You keep the hips above knees and slowly walk your elbows away from you, allowing your chest to drop towards the floor. When you feel the stretch opening up in the chest, stop there. You can allow your head to come to the mat. Rest the forehead onto the floor. Feel that stretch in the area of the triceps. If it feels like enough, you can stay here. If you want to go deeper, then lift your hands, bring the hands onto the back of the neck. And you can gently move the hips back as if you were dragging your elbows on the mat. Yeah, nice work. Bring the hands down to the floor. Release your bind. Come up onto the elbows. And then walk your legs away behind you. Come down to lie onto your mat. Okay, keep the toes tucked under, so we're pushing through the heels, the legs are engaged. Take your left arm and feed it through behind the right arm. Take the right arm out to the side. Then walk your hands and elbows away from you, so we come into a very deep cross of the arms, of the upper arm. Reach the crown of the head forward and then relax your chin over your arms, allowing the forehead to drop towards the floor. Relax into the shoulders, relax into the neck, and then activate the knees. Lift the knees away from the floor. Push the heels away behind you. Good. Soften the knees to the mat. Slowly walk the elbows back, bringing the elbows underneath the shoulders. Palms flat onto the floor, fingers pointing forward, coming into Sphinx pose. Toenails are now on the mat. Reach the crown of the head forward, lift into the chest and draw your heart through between your arms. Okay, softening. This time taking the right arm behind the left arm, feed it across to the left, take the left hand to the right, walk the fingers away, find that deep cross in your arms again, length to the neck, and then let the chin fall past your arms. Come up onto your toes, push the toes into your mat, push the heels away and lift the knees. Lift the head, come up onto your elbows, walk the elbows apart, bring the hands onto the top of each other, turn your right cheek onto your hands, bring your right knee up next to you to the height of your hip, open your foot, lift the toes, so we have a right angle in the ankle, in the knee and in the hip. And just take a moment to breathe and relax into the pose. Drawing that left hip down to the floor, pushing the knee away from you. As you lift your head, straighten the back leg. Turn the other cheek onto your hands. And bring your right knee up next to the hip. Open the knee to right angles, the ankle to right angles. Push that knee away, encourage the hip back to the floor. And then relax. Let the body weight fall to the mat. Lift the chin again. Straighten the legs. Bring the hands underneath the shoulders. Keeping the hips on the floor. Slowly push up towards a high-ish cobra, working with where you are happy. Hold it there. Good. And allow the hips to lift. Push all the way back. Come back up onto your hands and your knees. Push all the way back to child's pose again. Reaching the arms forward, this time coming up onto the fingertips, lifting the left shoulder, dropping your head to look underneath that left armpit up to the roof. Releasing, looking to the other side, lifting the right shoulder, taking the gaze underneath your shoulder. Release back to center. Walk your hands back towards you. Come up to sit onto the feet. Releasing into the shoulders. We're going to take a bind, a hand to each elbow. Push the elbows forward and then lift the hands, taking the elbows above your head. Keeping the gaze forward, trying to reach those elbows behind you. Good. Soften forward. Change your bind now, so whichever arm is on the top comes underneath. Push the elbows away again. Lift one more time. And release to the front again. Okay, taking the hands down so the fingertips line up with your knees. Lean the body weight forward, press into the mat and look to lift your knees away from the floor, taking weight into your arms. Feel that pressure in the wrists. If you feel comfortable here, you can lean the body weight forward and take your feet away from the floor. Hold it. Okay, then tuck the toes under, roll back onto your toes, and come to sit onto your feet. Lift the body, come up to balance. Bring the hands to heart center. You're going to work with a little bit of balance here. Let the right hand push against the left hand and slowly take you into a twist to the left. Hold in the balance. Try to work your forearms so they line up with the long edge of your mat. Good. Releasing from there. Around to the other side. Again, trying to line up with the side of your mat. Come back to the front. Reach the hands forward. Lift the hands so you can see underneath them. Let the body come forward, trying to take knees to shoulders. Okay, lifting, bring the elbows together. Bring the elbows through between your knees. Release the elbows out to the side. And then take your hands down to the mat. A nice wide spread of the fingers. Push up onto the toes. Bring the weight forward. If you're comfortable with crow and you want to come into balance, then keep leaning the weight forward till you come to balance. Otherwise, just bring the weight forward until you have weight in your wrists and hold that pressure into the wrists. Releasing feet to the floor. Push the weight back. Keep the palms in contact with the ground and straighten your legs as best you can as you lean forward into your hands. Let the head drop. Keep working on straightening the legs. And then walking the hands back. Bring the weight onto your feet. Just shake out into the wrists and the fingers. Chin into your chest. Slowly round your way up. Come up to stand. Excuse my dogs having their morning connect with the neighbors. Okay, working our way into a balance. We'll use tree pose as our balance today, and we'll try and get into the pose without using your hands to lift your leg to the inner thigh. Okay, palms together, take the weight into your right leg, lift that left knee forward. Open the knee out to the side, lift your knee as high as you can. Point the toes as hard as you can and bring your toes back above your knee and slide the sole of your foot into the inner thigh. Release the hands. Turn the palms open and slowly open the hands to the side. Taking the hands up above the head, pushing the hands high, holding that height in the body and then letting the hands settle to the crown of the head. Exaggerate the opening of the elbows, the opening of your knee, and then find the steadiness, find the composure in tree pose. Good. Hold the control, reach the hands tall, let the palms open, float the hands down. Bring the hands back to heart center. Lift the knee open to the side. Lift your foot away from the thigh. Bring the knee around to the front. Okay, take full awareness to your foot. We want to place the foot down onto the floor And then shift the weight straight over to that side without shuffling around. So foot to the mat, lifting to the other side. Good. You open the knee to the side. Lift the knee as high as you can. Point the toes as hard as you can. Pull the toes back in above your knee. Slide the sole of the foot to the inner thigh. Hands reach to the mat. Slow opening. Palms together. Reach tall. Bring the hands to the crown of the head. Open the elbows. Open your knee. Find the steadiness. Find the balance. Push the hands up tall again. Let the palms separate. Hands together. Come back to your heart center. Release the heel. Lift the knee. Bring your knee back around to the front. And place your foot back to the mat. Release the hands. Inhale. Turn the thumbs open. As we exhale, lift the hands high. Push up to the fingertips, pushing up so high that you lift yourself onto your toes. Take a deep in-breath here. As we exhale, let the palms open and start to fold, dropping into a swallow dive, reaching the fingertips to the floor and softening the heels to the mat, softening your knees and coming down to sit. And then down to lie into Shavasana. Open your feet to the outer edge of the mat. Let the little toes fall open to the side as you let go of the feet. Feel the softening of the knees. Feel the relaxing in the legs. Check in with the hips. Relax, allow the hips to fall towards the floor. Relax into the spine, the shoulders, out through the back of the arms and to your hands, relaxing into the fingers, align the palms to face skyward. Relax the neck. Notice that the body is breathing without manipulating that breath. Simply follow an inhale. And as you release the breath on the exhale, release all body weight with it. Feel yourself melting onto the floor. Knowing that you're fully supported, there's no need for you to hold any tension anywhere. Just let go. Again, without manipulating the breath, follow the next inhale. And on this exhale, letting go of all facial tension, softening those creases between the eyes. Relaxing the forehead. Taking the effort out of holding your eyes closed. Gently blow some pressure into your cheeks. And as you let that pressure go, feel the weight, the relaxation, the softening of the cheeks. Find your tongue soft and heavy, sitting in the bottom of your mouth. Full awareness to the breathing. See if you can hear your breath. And then soften the breath so that you can no longer hear it. Soften the breath some more so you can feel no movement in your body connected to your breathing. Hold hold your awareness on the breath and allow yourself to relax completely. Let the awareness leave your breath. Move your fingers, move your toes. Bring the feet together. Bring your hands together. Hook the thumbs around each other and release your hands overhead. Breathing deeply. Keep your right hand up there. Bring your left hand to your chest. Draw your knees up and roll to the right hand side. Taking a moment to thank yourself for taking this time to look after your body. Taking a moment to thank your body for its amazing abilities. And take a moment to set the intention to have a love-filled day. Lifting slowly, bring yourself up to sit. Bring your hands together at heart center. We'll close with a chant of one Om. Deep inhale. Reach into your chest. Open your eyes. Namaste. Thank you guys. Thank you for joining me. May you have the best weekend. We'll take a break tomorrow. I'll be back on Monday, 7 a.m. sometime. Thanks for joining me. Have the best day. Bye.